back to my Charizard Dynasty, and welcome back to a video. And while we're here on Overwatch, we're doing a Scrim, which is basically a custom game mode hosted by myself. In the commentary booth with me today is none other than Drunken Scout, aka Guido. Say hello, Guido.
The Dutch overlord of the server, of course.
Yes. The Chaotic Goblins have chosen Busan Morning. What are your views on that, Guido?
I mean, Busan for a control map, their pick. I personally wouldn't have picked it, but then again, I'm not the one picking it, am I?
That's a fair point. So the teams are Deadly Pants, aka Alex, as a team captain versus Pyro Cat, aka Ray, as team captains. Crayon Munchers, if I can speak today, is
Crayon Munchers, yeah.
Crayon Munchers is Morgan, aka Zero UK, Dominator 1, aka Dom, and Alex, as I said, is Deadly Pants. Pyrocat may cosplay and Sock, aka Nick, Luca, and Ray for Chaotic Goblins. With your view of how they've played in recent matches, who do you think is going to come out on top, Guido?
That's a very difficult thing to say because the Crayon Muncher team, they have very, very strong tank and support players. However, there's no one really there that plays aggressive DPS, which they are going to need. I'm guessing they will put Dom on the tank role. And Dom has a tendency to play really aggressively, push out beyond the LOS, and get pinned down really easily outside the reach of the healers. On the other hand, we have a couple of inexperienced players on the other team, specifically Ray, Pyrocat. They are not as experienced as the other people on the other team. However, they do have Nicholas, Sorcerer's Knives, and Luca as May cosplays. May is probably going to be running a Sombra, is my guess, by their recent activity. They're going to be annoying to the rest of the team, but DPS is going to be slacking a little bit. Nicholas is most likely going to be picking up the support role. Guessing either a Moira, maybe a Mercy, something along those lines, and it's kind of their bread and butter. So they're going to be good on heals, but tank is probably going to be left to Ray. As I said, newer player, they're not going to be as proficient with it as they should be, and I think the Crayon Munchers are going to be able to exploit that opportunity.
Okay, that's Guido's stats for you, and as we said, these two teams have had a little bit of playtime before this recording, as the last matches showed. Guido obviously was the team captain before Deadly Pants for Crayon Munchers, who ended up 1-1 in the match series. From your point of view, how was your team then, Guido?
For the original game, we absolutely steamrolled them. We had a nice balance. We had dedicated support players, we had people that are dedicated to damage, and we had someone very proficient with the tank. So we had all bases covered. The other team didn't have a dedicated tank player, mostly support and damage players. So they were trying to get their things together. They were trying to sort out who was going to do what role. And because of that, they left openings that we were able to exploit. Second match, however, the other team got a fourth player added to them. We also switched out one of our players for a arguably better player for our fit, because it's a player that we have played with more. We have more of a connection with them, more communication, and just flows better altogether. However, just purely because of the numbers game, 4 players v 3 players, you're always going to have 2 people playing one-on-one, and 1 person on the 3-man team having to take on 2 people at the same time, which inevitably led to the downfall of our team in the second match.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. Guido, very vocal about that, and it's going to be an interesting one to commentate on. I will try not to fluff my words as much as possible. Guido will be here to assist with any call outs as well.
I am going to be yelling at you the entire time.
That's fair. We're just waiting for the all clear from both teams, and then we'll get straight into the map.
Why do you reckon the the captain for the Celtic Goblins picked Busan?
Now, that's a very good question. It does play into May cosplay loves actually playing a diva. That is a possibility that we could see. They do. Diva does love high ground, and Busan has a lot of high ground to take over. Um, Depending on which maps we get, depends on what we get. By the looks of it, might be downtown the first map, um, which will be interesting for the teams to play on. Dom has a very limited hero pool. I've only seen him play a Ramatra or Reinhardt in the past. I've seen him pick up Sigma from time to time.
He has recently pulled out Junker Queen a couple times, but he does not seem to be very proficient with that.
All of those characters are not going to love this map of Busan, so actually, Chaotic Goblins actually chose a good map. If Dom's going to be the team's tank, then Chaos.
They might also switch around because we do know that Morgan Zero UK is prone to pick up either a Sigma, maybe a Reinhardt, or maybe even a Hamster.
That is a good shout. Zero does pull out the Wrecking Ball from time to time when we're doing normal quick play matches. I've seen him pull out the Sigma. I've seen him pull out the Reinhardt. He looks better on both of those compared to Dom's pulling out of Sigma and Reinhardt. Deadly Pants is obviously going to be on the support player. He is proficient with support. He will be an aggressive support, but let's see how aggressive he will want to play, especially against Sock, Sorcerer of Knives, and
Hey, really quick, I know it might be a little late, but could Guido trade in for me? Because I have ice cream and I don't know how long it's going to take for me to finish.
Sure.
All right, new commentator.
Commentator.
I know. I don't mind commentating.
We lose Drunken Scout when we gain a Sock, aka Nicholas.
Yes, I don't mind commentating because I watch a lot of sports like hockey.
Welcome to the commentary booth, Nick.
Thank you.
I was just saying to Guido how this team might fare against each other. We've got Dom.
Here's my 2 cents on it. Dom is a really aggressive tank. Morgan's and Alex are really good healers, but Morgan can also play DPS.
Yes.
With Ray being a lot more new.
Me. Help.
Huh?
What?
It's 2 girls that are fucking talking about marriage. Help.
No, can't help you there. Can't help you there, buddy.
Sorry, bud. Have fun.
Anywho,
I'm enjoying all Canadian Moose ice cream. It's like vanilla, chocolate, and caramel with like little Reese's cups in it. Oh, really good.
Anyway, instead of talking about the ice cream that you're having, let's talk about this possibility of a match that we've got. The Chaotic Goblins have chose Busan. Your views on the map of Busan in the first place, Nick?
Well, I've played a bit of this map. It's definitely interesting because it's a city map and there can be open sight lines, but it also you have to work for them. There's a lot of tight corners in between, so it's going to be a lot of close quarter scrumming. So it all depends on who can kind of jostle for that position, because there can also be quite a bit of bottlenecks.
Okay. We are just going to see if all players are ready. We have got the
Crayon Munchers seem to be ready.
Yes. We're just waiting for Chaotic Goblins to speak up, and then we can throw them into the match.
I'll go check if they're ready.
Yep. We are definitely going to keep an eye on Drunken Scout, who loves pulling out DPS, but might be pulling out more of the tanks here. Maybe the Reinhardt, maybe the Sigma, depending on what they have as a tank, or with the fact that Drunken Scout
are ready.
Okay, so they are ready. We are going into the map. As I was just saying, Nick, Drunken Scout might take up the tank role for Chaotic Goblins.
Yeah,
what
maybe,
are
but
your
there's also-
views on that?
Well, May cosplays can also play a decent tank, so it's gonna be dependent on what they do in this situation. But they've also got Pyro, who is relatively new, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they do this.
Yep, and as we are getting ready, we have Downtown as the first map. I'm going to quickly have a look at what the team over here. This is going to be
Okay.
Crayon Munchers. Crayon Munchers have decided to opt into the Deadly Pants Moira, Dominator as the Diva, and Zero as a Bastion. On the opposite team, they are going Bastion, Diva, Mercy, not to Moira.
So it's a very similar setup here, and we're gonna see how well Pyrocat's gonna be able to heal here, but we know how good Deadly can be on the heals, and we know of Dominator, he likes to be very aggressive on pushing the tank. This map obviously has quite a bit of elevation to it, and in terms of the point, and so it'll be interesting. So it looks like
both teams are opting for the low ground here to start off with. Dominator is a solo into their main team. He is getting plastered by Drunken, but Drunken goes down first. As May gets Steam Mech'd as well. Unfortunately, Dominator getting both those attacks. Pyro goes down, May goes down. That's a team wipe, and that's point A being taken by Crayon Munchers. Yeah. Nick?
I think the aggressive play here from Dominator really kind of threw off the Chaotic Goblins here, and kind of had to put them on the back foot there, and so it allowed
as
for
we
a
have
bit
a
more
change up of who's playing what, as Drunken Scout goes over to the Reinhardt. May goes over to the Soldier 76, pulling out the legs. May here gets picked off already by Zero. Zero's already being aggressive, Dom's being aggressive, that's Drunken Scout, that's Pyro down, that's another team wipe.
Yeah. In terms of this opinion, I think these teams might be a little one-sided here, at least. But right now, they are being Obi-Wan right now. Currently, at the Crayon Munchers have the high ground and are being the Obi-Wan, but it looks like it does look like Chaotic Goblins are trying to come.
Shield already goes down early. He is low. He is very low. He goes down to Dominator. May cosplay already taking a lot of damage, building up the ult for Pyro. Pyro is already up at 95%. This is a very good map. But
currently,
Zero again.
All of the Crayon Munchers have their ults ready to go, with only Pyro having ults ready for their team.
That's right, there's 15% left on this map, on this sub-map, and the only one with him is Pyro. Pyro, the whole rest is committed by Deadly Pants. Deadly Pants is going very aggro into their backline. Monsters get annihilation to Pyro and May and Guido. Drunken Scout does not touch in time, 100 to 0%.
Yeah.
Nick, your views on that first point?
Well, it definitely seemed like it was definitely a wipe in this situation. I think the experience of Crayon Munchers definitely won the day for that. But it looks like we've got another change in Chaotic Goblins, with Pyro going to Zen, learning from our resident Zero, aka Morgan. Looks like May, aka Luca, is going back to Diva, and Guido / Drunken Scout is was Widow, but going to Drunkrat.
And still Deadly Pants, Zero, and Dominator staying on this combat London point A. They've now got Mecha Base to deal with. Mecha Base obviously being the home of Diva. Dom might do very well on the high ground here. Already Guido, Drunken Scout, is dead, taken out by Dominator. Zero going deep already.
Yeah.
The
With how
defense
aggressive-
matrix already used by May Cosplay.
Yeah.
Pyrocat
With how
has...
aggressive Dominator is being, Deadly's been having to keep up.
Yeah.
But it looks
Defense matrix used by May Cosplay. May Cosplay stunned. They're demeched. Both divas are demeched. Zero gets the kill onto Drunken Scout. May Cosplay goes down to the orb. Don't know how that happened. And Zero again gets the kill onto Pyro. Pyro being unfortunate there, being the last one remaining. And already Zero up at 62% to his ult. That would be devastating if he gets that ult in this next fight, which is a possibility. Dominator is still demeched at this point. Unfortunately for him, he's going to get May Cosplay in his face, but as I say that, Drunken Scout gets taken out by this orb, by the Moira. Dominator is slow. May Cosplay gets demeched first, Pyro goes down, May Cosplay goes down, that's a team wipe again.
How do you change cameras again? Fucking, I'm still not used to fucking spectate mode.
F1 through to 6 in this case.
How do you go back to free cam?
P. In comes Drunken Scout, gets taken out immediately. May Cosplay is already in, but it's getting dealt with. Pyro gets dealt with first though. May Cosplay is low, demeched, dead, and still 60% to 0%, and all of the Crayon Munchers
This
have
currently,
a
though,
ult.
it seems like it's been the Chaotic Goblin's best round so far, but
Drunken
right now
Scout
it's...
onto the Widow. Boss is coming out from Zero. Here come the Death Bombs as May Cosplay is focused. Demect. Pyro is trying their best but gets taken out by Zero as well. May Cosplay, and that's a full team wipe there. May Cosplay gets taken out by the orb as 92% correction gets out, and they are not going to be able to touch in time unless they change to a DPS that can, and no. That is Crayon Munchers taking the win on Busan. Nick, your final views.
Another wipe. Doesn't seem like the Crayon Munchers haven't had to really change their strat here, and it's forced, it's forced the Chaotic Goblins to play more on the back foot, so we'll see if the Chaotic Goblins change their strategy again, but currently, so far, this has been their best showing.
Okay, we'll take a break now, guys, and we'll be back for the round 2. Game 2, correction. Match. Yes, great. Game 2 after this. Okay, guys, we are back, and I'm joined now in the commentary box by Zero. Zero, Chaotic Goblins, after their major loss, chose Icon World. Your views on that, good sir?
It's an interesting map, actually, because you've got different positions you can hold, bits of indoors as well. I think with the team matchup that we've got at the moment, it might be quite interesting.
Yep, so just for reference, Sorcerer of Knights have took over as the team captain of Chaotic Goblins. Drunken Scout has permanently gone over to the Chaotic Goblins. Psycho Cat has moved over to Crayon Munchers, and we'll see if this has any merit to see if this will change up what is going on. And as we pull into the match, who do you think is going to be the most aggro of the teams here?
Oh, I'm thinking Rayon might be, only because they've got one highly aggro player. We've seen a few matches now that Dominator's been quite aggressive. Although the combination of a Source of Knives and Drunken Scout, that is both in themselves quite an aggressive set of players. So
It's going to be an interesting one to see
Don't
who's
commit.
going to take the roles as well on each team. I know Deadly Pants is going to be opting for the support, and he opts in for the Moira straight away. Psycho Pyrogat going for the Sojourn and rolling out on this Sojourn for Crown Munchers. Dominator yet to choose his hero at this point. Your views so far on this loadout as Dom chooses the Junker Queen. Your views on that, Zero?
Well, you've got Deadly with the support that he's quite confident with. Pyro with a mix of ranged and close-up damage. Not sure.
I'm going to comment also about the chaotic Goblins team comp here. They're running Ryan, Lucio, Widow here. Drugger Scout already half health. Deadly Pants got into their backlines. Drugger Scout down. Sock is already low. May goes down to Deadly Pants. Poor Sock is out in the middle of nowhere, and Deadly Pants gets the 3k. Zero. Morgan, your views on that first fight?
I mean, we've just seen the equivalent of what happens when a Moira gets into the backline. And it's...
Drunken Scout with an early pick to this Pyrocat. We can't even have time to commentate on what just happened. As Drunken Scout opens up the fight early. Sock with the Orisa pick now against this Drunken Queen. And Shout is out. Deadly Pants is down to the May cosplay as this Lucio. Drunken Scout already down, dominated to half. Followed up by May and Sock to kill them. And that will be point A. Morgan.
I mean, that is, it's an interesting mix-up that we've got. It'll be interesting now with this point.
Deadly Pants already in the backline. Pyrocat already down again. Always first one down is Pyrocat in the fight if they're going to be losing. Dominator is down. The only one left is Deadly Pants on this Moira. In the backlines is Deadly Pants though. Deadly Pants now is known to where Drunken Scout is. Drunken Scout taking pot shots. This Pyrocat Sojourn is making their way to the first overclock though. The Coalescence is put into it by Deadly Pants. The Nemesis form committed as well. The fight is chaotic. Drunken Scout goes down to the Moira. There is just chaos, absolute chaos on the point. Deadly Pants in the backline takes care of May cosplay on the Moira Lucio, and Sock, poor Sock, was there to fend for himself. Morgan, that third fight, your views, good sir.
It's an interesting setup. I think they're probably going to start thinking about what DPS they're switching out with using. Although at least they should probably start thinking about it now, with the team fights being quite close up.
There goes Terror Surge, kills Pyrocat. We can't even talk about our commentation because Drunken Scout also gets one, and then Sock clears up. That's a team wipe. Can we even get a word in edgeways to say what we've just seen before we have another fight on our hands? That's a good question. Morgan.
They're now moving from new spawn, so yes, we'll see what happens.
Pyrocat staying on this Sojourn. The Annihilation is committed to the fight. It's not getting anyone. Deadly Pants kills Sock. Dominator gets killed by May cosplay, and May cosplay gets killed. Drunken Scout gets killed, and that's a team wipe again. It's back and forth, team wipe after team wipe after team wipe. We don't have time to commentate. Morgan.
I mean, I'm just in awe of just watching this. it is interesting seeing them all play their own. Well, it's because they're all playing their own kind of specialized areas.
Drunken Scout on the flank here. The Coalescence is committed. Sock is down first. B is committed by May Cosplay, only hitting themselves. Deadly Pants kills himself off the edge. Dominator and Pyro go down without me looking at them. And that is point B. Sights popped by Drunken Scout that early. Why would that be? I have no idea. The sights being popped this early, meaning that they won't have it for the next fight. Pyro has Overwatch. They pop it. Dominator working up to this Northern Annihilation, and Terror Surge is being worked towards. Pyrocat's own clock goes out, does not hit anyone. Dominator, as I turn around, kills two. Me and Drunken Scout go down. Sock being punished for their position right now. Sock going low, still staying alive, and finally goes down to the Moira. And that is halfway to point C. Morgan.
Well, it will now be interesting because if Drunken still continues to play Widow, at some point he will end up not being able to actually see point or seeing other players. So playing in Widow indoors might be interesting.
That is something that I was going to comment on. Annihilation and Terror Surge popped at the same time, but Pyrocat gets two! They get two in one shot! Dominator cleans up with the team wipe, with Annihilation. I don't know how Pyro got two in one shot, but boy, that was beautiful.
And there's our DPS switch.
There's our DPS switch. Drunken Scout over to the Bastion. They've got 1 minute 30 for this next push. They've got 2 more pushes at this rate. What do you think is going to be their best option here, Morgan?
They've had a bit of a switch up of what they're playing, so they're definitely thinking about...
Coalescence is committed to the team fight. Dominator goes to half health. Dominator kills 2 with his Nemesis form. And the cleanup is there by the Coalescence. We don't even have time to say what we think is going to happen.
60 seconds remaining.
May Cosplay is coming towards this beat quite quickly, actually. Nemesis form on Dominator is committed to the fight early. Dominator is low. Dominator is going to get focused. Pyrocat is the one to get focused first. No one's looking at Dominator. Dominator's still half health. Deadly Pants is the next one to be focused. Drunken Scout is the one who goes down now. Dominator is still low on health. But the spawns are closer for the defending team. Dominator goes down next. Deadly Pants is the one to be contested now. But Pyrocat is now back on the point. It's still being contested. Dominator, Sock is on this Drunken. Both Sock and May get the beat. B is committed to the fight. Annihilation ready. Popped immediately as it got ready. Dominator gets killed mid. Drunken Scout with the zoning ult to try and collect this point. Finally, Deadly Pants goes down to Sock on this Drunken Queen. Pyrocat gets Drunken Scout with the grenade, gets Sock with a nice rail shot, and that is point, and OT bleeds away.
Score
Morgan!
0-2. Switching sides.
It was an interesting watch. They definitely played into their strengths. There's a bit of a domino effect of ults, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
And I think I just did a very good impersonation of a rap god there with how quickly I was trying to speak.
Oh yes, that was definitely an interesting one there.
But as we go to the attacking phase, as the Crayon Munchers are on the attack this time, again, Dominator's choosing this Ramatra, or hovering it at least right now. Pyro on this Sojourn, which was deadly with that last phase of play, and Deadly Pants still on his signature hero of a Moira. What do you think that the Chaotic Goblins can do to contest this?
Well, we know the Drunken Scout's quite strong when it comes to playing a Widow. So I guess if they play to their strengths, I reckon they should be able to at least hold cards, and then if they do end up losing it, they can hold it at different angles. It's just
Well,
going to be
Echo's point, and they are not playing up aggressive, is the Chaotic Goblins. They are playing point with Drunken Scout on this weird angle, actually. They have already taken a shot. Pyrocat down to half health already. Dominator already uses the shield. Shield not going to be available for this next phase of the fight. Dominator stunned by Slot. Pyrocat goes down to a quarter of their health. Literally 1 HP at that point. And Drunken Scout takes off the head of Pyrocat before the shield goes up. That was literally milliseconds before the shield went up, and Pyrocat, even with the closer spawns, are going to be a little bit out of this, as Dominator takes out Make Horseplay actually. Drunken Scout goes down to Deadly Pants, and the Chaotic Goblins are losing point A. Deadly Pants is sucking the life out of that Orisa, and then Dominator just kills them to finish off that fight, taking point A in very quick succession. They've got 5 minutes to get to B. And again, I sound like a fucking rap god. Holy fuck. Morgan, your views.
I reckon this is quite an interesting matchup. I mean, they've now switched out their DPS, so maybe they've realised that Widow was not the best pick for this one.
Yep, and as we are joined in the commentary booth by Trevor. Hello, Trevor.
God.
As further fight continues, Sock kills Dominator, Sock kills Pyro, Drunken gets Deadly. That's a team wipe. Sorry, Trevor, I'm doing my best impersonation of a rap god right now.
I know. You're doing a great job.
Already the Drunken Scout is taking the fight early, already low. Coalescence committed by Deadly Pants. Somehow got into the backline of the Chaotic Goblins. Chaotic Goblins loses out Drunken Scout. Terror Surge committed by Sock. Coalescence now committed by Make Horseplay. Deadly Pants down, Pyrocat down. And Dominator finally falls to the Coalescence of Make Horseplay. They've just lost almost 2 minutes at this forward hold that the Chaotic Goblins are doing. Morgan, your views on this so far?
Oh, they've now switched out. Interesting. Starting to get a mirror matchup, at least with support, that is.
Pyrocat goes down early. Dominator goes down early. Deadly Pants, that's another team wipe.
I think they've both teams who are going to start considering things, considering what they've picked out, and see if actually
Dominator changes out to the Diva, which I believe is what he was going to do. The monster gets committed by Drunken Scout. It finds only Dominator and Pyro. Pyro goes down to a sliver of health. Dominator gets called out by Drunken Scout. Gets the mech, gets killed immediately. Deadly Pants gets pincered by Make Horseplay and Drunken Scout as Pyrocat is running for their lives, basically, and is found themselves in the backline of the Chaotic Goblins. Deadly Pants goes down early to the fight. Dominator's mech is already dead! What did I miss? Nothing! Dominator is dead now. As Deadly Pants changes yet again to this Zenyatta. Pyrocat gets killed late. That's a stagger and a half. As the payload is almost back at point A. Morgan!
Well, they're now cycling through.
This ends
They're now
now.
cycling through to try to see which one possibly works. Fog at this point may not be the best, at least in my opinion. Seeing them getting
Pyro chose to use the overclock and Dominator chose to go to a Roadhog. I don't know why he chose to go to a Roadhog. Roadhog is not viable at this point. And again, they are getting spawn camped. Pyrocat is the first one to die yet again. Deadly Pants falls next, and then finally it's Dominator yet again. And the payload has moved back to where point A was. Deadly Pants yet again changes to a Kiriko. Pyrocat down early in the spawn door.
Made manifest. 60 seconds remaining.
Dominator changes to a Sigma. Sigma has not been his best looking character. He's already down to a sliver of health. He misses his rock. He is very low. He needs heals desperately. The Terror Surge and the bombs are committed. That is a team wipe with a double kill on the Terror Surge. Morgan.
Well,
Current-
I think we're going to end up watching this one as a... don't think that you're going to be able to push a card.
30 seconds remaining.
30
Not
seconds remains. Chaotic Goblin still staying with this spawn camp. Has only one. One ult is committed. Drunken Scout dead. Deadly Pants dead. Dominator dead. The only person alive of the... Never mind, Crayon. The Crayon Munchers lose Psycho Pyrocat and only have 2 seconds. They cannot touch in time and OT bleeds away. Morgan, Chaotic Goblins win. What do you say to that?
I say it was definitely an interesting switch up. They found their balance after a while. Took them a few points, took them a few team kills, but once they found their balance, it's definitely an interesting.
Here we will see the double kill on the Terror Surge, followed by the mortars of the team kill. And that was just devastation and murder, plainly. Trevor, you can't see the match, but that was absolute chaos, I can tell you that now.
It certainly sounds like it.
As we go now to a break, we'll be back after this, guys. And we are back from the break. Guido is temporarily joining me in the commentary booth. Crown Munchers, who lost the last map, now team captain is Zero, have chose Esperanza. Your views on them choosing Esperanza as a map for push?
They had the option to choose between either Esperanza or Coliseo. I genuinely thought they would go for Coliseo. I know the players in the in Zero UK's team. They are most liable to pop off and really dominate on Coliseo. But Esperanza is an interesting choice. Gotta be interested to see how they're gonna divide up the roles. I'm guessing they're gonna put Dominator on the tank role again.
Tank role, yeah. That tank role didn't look too hot on the Icon World, to be honest, but Pyro on that Sojourn was popping off at many times during that Icon World. Getting the
Could you
double
send me
kill at
a
one
short
point.
invitation to the spectator box, because I seem to have had a
Yes.
technical issue. Thank you. Thank you.
As we
Yeah. There you go.
Pyrocat getting that double kill at one point onto Chaotic Goblins with the grenade down a rail to body was interesting to watch, and to see how Pyro brings out if they bring out a Sojourn again, is going to be my concern for the Chaotic Goblins, because that was their best looking DPS hero as of far. Your views on that?
The Pyrocats is going to be a fairly new player to the game. They're not very experienced at all. However, they seem to have found their calling with the Sojourn. Thing is, they've played the Sojourn, I think, 2 matches in a row now. I think the Chaotic Goblins are going to be anticipating that and picking up a nice counter for the Sojourn.
It'll be interesting to see who Chaotic Goblins puts onto that DPS role, as they were changing that up last time. Deadly Pants staying on his signature Moira at times where it wasn't even viable for Moira is going to be an interesting one to see as well. But we'll be back when we have the game for you guys. Okay, both teams are ready and we are back, guys. We are starting off this match. It'll be interesting to see what tank each team chooses. We're going to quickly talk about Dominator on the Sigma here, which he is currently hovering over. He played Sigma temporarily on Icon World and he didn't look hot on it whatsoever. The only hero that he did look semi-competent on was the Ramatra. Guido, your views on the fact of what he's hovering right now?
I don't know. He's hasn't really had the best of luck with Sigma so far. I think it's an odd choice. Tank hero like Reinhard, maybe even Junker Queen is going to be more viable on this map because of the that you've got straightaways, but you've got a lot of close quarters as well. Hero like Sigma has limited range on the short. On the straightaways, he's gonna be outranged. He's gonna be out damaged. He's gonna be out shielded basically. There's not much he's gonna be able to do about that.
I'm just going to talk about the Chaotic Goblins team comp here. Sock on his signature Orisa. May is currently highlighting the Sombra, who will be a constant hassle for Pyro on this Sojourn.
I would say it's not really a hassle, it's more of a pain in the ass. That May cosplays really does know how to annoy people with the Sombra to the point where she will even pull people off points even though they shouldn't get off points. Yeah, it's a really good distracting tactic.
As we see Chaotic Goblins get into the push bot first, Sock taking a very primary position. May cosplay is already in their backline.
It's already in the backline, already hacking.
Dominator is already half low. Zero though is very knowledgeable about the Sombra, and Sock goes low. Sock is very low, needs healing.
So is the Sigma. Oh. Sigma's getting healed up with a Zenyatta. I think I break the line of sight.
Sock is low again, Pyro's low. Zero is the first one to fall though by a headshot by May. Sock getting a clean up onto Pyro. Dominator, the only one left, misses the rock. Is getting hacked by May. Gets the clean up by both May and Sock. And the push bot is that of the Chaotic Goblins. Maybe Esperanza wasn't the best map for Crayon Munchers, as the push bot is almost at checkpoint 1 already. The only bonus that they've got right now is the fact that Zero is taking up his primary role of damage, and Pyro has changed over to the Zen.
Oh, and the May gets melted.
Deleted from the game. Sock takes care of Zero. Rock goes out onto Sock, but Deadly Pants is in their backlines. Deadly Pants sends out the Coalescence. Coalescence gets committed to the fight. Still, Dominator doesn't die until very late. And the push bot is past point A. Point 1, whatever you want to call it. and is heading towards B. And, well, let's put it this way. The only person near all on Crayon Munchers is Dominator with that Flux. He can easily get hacked out of it by May. May cosplay is in that backlines yet again, hacking, I believe, their Moira of Pyro. Pyro gets hacked again. Pyro is getting soloed out by May cosplay. May cosplay takes it inside. May cosplay gets the kill onto Pyro. Gets the EMP. It hits too. But Dominator kills himself with his own rock. And that's a team wipe. Guido.
Yeah, that was really nasty. I saw the Moira sneaking up a little bit of damage on there, on the other Moira. By the doorway. Nice times healing orb. I couldn't really say anything about that. That was well executed.
So Dominator with a Flux. Commits to Flux to the fight. Does not find anyone other than Sock. Sock will live through this. It's on the silver HP. Pyro gets deleted. May gets deleted. Sock gets deleted. Zero gets deleted.
Zero's poured out an Ash, which is a very interesting call now.
There is currently a battle between a Moira and a Sigma in the side rooms near the point. The spawns of Crayon Munchers and Deadly Pants goes down late. He will stagger himself to his team. May cosplay gonna be already in the fight. Already he's having to translocate out. Dies to Dominator early. Dominator hits his rock onto Sock. Sock goes down to Pyrocat. And the only one up right now is Deadly Pants. Deadly Pants commits to Coalescence late to the fight. Takes out Pyrocat on the Moira. Is taking the 1v1 onto Dominator yet again. Loses that fight. Zero on the point. Commits to Bob to the fight. Sock commits to Terror Surge. Kills Zero. In the backline, Dominator kills May. Dominator gets two with Sock. And he's all by himself. Guido.
I gotta be honest, I've been watching that Ash play. They got really close to cancelling the Coalescence, but just couldn't get the damage in time. I'm looking at Moira now, Deadly Pants on the Celtic Goblins. They're pushing around back. They're behind the enemy team again. Nice damage orb coming in.
We have to watch Pyro. She's got a Coalescence here. They die though to Sock. Deadly Pants kills Dominator, and they get the bot back. Zero is not one to take this match whatsoever, and is wanting to get out, but dies late to the Orisa of Sock.
It's going to be very interesting. They're pushing up against the next points again. We can see that the Sombra is going to be cloaking again. They're going around the right side to flank them.
May on the Sombra already has another EMP. Coalescence is committed, is focused on May cosplay. Does not get the kill, but the orbs do get the confirm on the kill. Zero pulls out a Genji. Pyro on this Moira is low, is still somehow alive. Deadly Pants, the only one alive for the Chaotic Goblins, and dies late yet again.
I'd like to point out that perfectly timed projectile blocking on Genji, blocking that spear right back into the face of
May cosplay
Orisa.
gets a 3-man EMP, but gets soloed out by Dominator after killing Zero. But a 3-man EMP by May cosplay, buying their time to the team of Chaotic Goblins. Chaotic Goblins already initiated with a fight, killing Pyro already with an orb from Deadly Pants. The only one alive right now is Dominator, who's got hacked again, and then
Sigma got put in the corner by Orisa and just deleted by Sombra.
Zero, the only one that's up right now, is taking the early position, already firing shurikens. May cosplay has already located the Genji.
Oh,
Genji
he is getting hacked.
backline.
He is getting shot. He just got deleted. There was no chance for him.
That was not pretty. That was very brutal.
Chaotic
Zero
Goblins
changes
have their
over.
coalescence ready. They have their Terror Surge ready. They're preparing for a very big push now. I think they're going to try and take
Zero
that
has
last push.
changed to a May here. Your perspective on the May pick here.
It's a nice call for the end game here. They're being pushed back very
Olivant
far. They're
kills
very
Dominator.
close.
The Terror Surge is committed by Sock. Kills Zero.
I think they pulled out
Goes out
the
Pyro.
May. It's going to
Pyro
be the. They
is
pull out the
alive.
May for
Pyro
the wall.
dies late, and that is point B.
Yeah, they tried to pull out the May to prevent them from
And
pushing
Chaotic
point,
Goblins
blocking the line of
takes-
sight, but no avail.
Chaotic Goblins takes map
Play of the
3
game.
and the match. May cosplay getting play of the game. Probably this Freeman here. No, it's not.
Apagando las luces.
That was a different 3-man.
Dominator killing himself there on May cosplay, but that is the Chaotic Goblins going 3-0. Guido, your view on the whole map there.
It was a very one-sided battle. The Crayon Munchers didn't really get a chance to push back. They got dominated from the start. They kept getting pushed back. Seems that everything they threw at the Chaotic Goblins got cancelled out pretty much instantly. Just bad luck.
Well, you heard it here, guys. We're going to take a break and we'll be back for match 3 after this short break.